So, Vice President Sister Girl Kamala, she is having some more issues. She's doing a lot more speaking up these days, I'm noticing. Now, Kamala, she has the view right now that if she was a white man, that the media coverage of her would be different. Wait a minute, Kamala. Hold on. Are you sure about that? I thought they would say that you was the first Indian president or the first Asian vice president, right? I mean, so when you get discriminated against, which we told you from the beginning, it don't matter who your other parent is. If you have some black person in your lineage, they're going to treat you like a black woman. They just going to look at you as an exotic Negro, but you're still a Negro, right? So they said this is according to a report from the New York Times, where she spoke with several White House sources about Harris's position in administration. Said Harris has been confiding in allies that she thought the news would cover her differently. Really, Kamala? You really thought they would treat you differently? They did. Listen, Barack Hussein Obama had a lily white mother. Lily white. You don't even have a white mama. You have an East Indian mama. Okay. He had a lily white grandmother. He wasn't even really raised with his Kenyan father. And look at all the racism that Barack Obama was dealing with. He was dealing with so much racism. It was hard to even go at him at the time that we should have went at him, because so much was coming at Barack Obama at the time. I remember it because I covered it all. All these lynching effigies that they had of Obama, all these monkey things they was putting out of Barack Obama. You know, you would have thought that he would have just wised up and became the most pro-black president that we could have ever had after being treated like that. But no, because he had that other side in him. He wanted to try to please the other side. Okay. So you say if she felt that if she was a white male, it's attributed to some of her negative press, particularly in conservative media outlets, to race and gender. The report said, well, that is true, but they also go at Biden too. So, I mean, they're not going to like you regardless. Now, I say Harris and Jim Crow Joe have struggled with historically low job approval ratings, with Kamala being more unpopular than any vice president in modern history. They say the Times also reported that Kamala had turned to powerful confidants such as Hillary Clinton to help her chart her path. And they also said that Kamala had faced some difficulties with items in her portfolio, including migration and voting rights. They say some allies also told the Times that they felt Biden used Harris to win the White House, but kept her out of the day-to-day duties of governing. Because, see, you know, when y'all was up there saying, yeah, he better have a black woman. He better. If he don't have a black woman as his vice president, shoot, we ain't voting for him. So Biden said, all right. That's what y'all want to get this black vote. I'm going to give you your black woman that you want. I'm going to give you Kamala. You know what I'm saying? And then Kamala thought, well, shoot, man, I mean, it ain't president, but at least I can get up in there. Maybe I can, maybe something go down. I could do these maybe 4 to 8 years, and then I can become president. So I'll take the vice presidency. But then Biden say, man, look, I only use you to get in there. I didn't want you from the get go, but I knew I couldn't win without having you there on the ticket. So it says sources, including senior White House official and 2 other familiar with the meeting, describe a meeting between Biden and Senator Joe Manchin over the landmark Build Back Better legislation. Well, Biden asked Harris to say hello to Manchin before excusing her from the room. Joe Biden was like, yeah. Look, let me tell you how he treated her. Let me describe it. Kamala. Hey, say hello to Mr. Manchin. Oh, you say, hello, sir. Oh, okay, Kamala, you can leave. That's all. We don't need you for nothing else. If I need maybe some coffee or some tea or something, we'll call you. But go ahead and leave the room. He treating her like she a mammy. Boy, that's messed up. That is, and you look. Let me tell you something. Kamala see all that, y'all. Kamala see that. Kamala see all that. But you know what, Kamala? When you wasn't doing right by your people and you just wanted to get it with these folks by any means necessary, they treating you like they treat you. Now they say, of course, they say she made history as vice president, and she was sworn in as the nation's first female black, and then also they want to say South Asian American vice president because that's what she is. You know, that's her lineage. They say back in December, they say she was criticized as her office reportedly unusually high staff turnover. This excess staffers included Simone Sanders, her chief spokesperson, Ashley Ateen, her communications director. The criticism has been leveled at Harris with reports attributing to high turnover to burnout and staffers' apprehension to being labeled a Harris person. As a former Harris staffer, for one, told the Washington Post that her former boss is highly critical and that she had to put up with a constant amount of soul-destroying criticism. I mean, I don't know what Kamala can really say to destroy your soul, but okay. They say while Harris has received heat for her high staff turnover, it's worth noting that the Trump administration saw more firing, resignations, and reassignments of top staffers than any other first-year administration in modern history. And they say it was reported that by January 12, 2018, 34% of Trump's top staff had either left or changed positions. This was double the turnover rate seen in President Ronald Reagan's first year and 4 times that of President Barack Obama's. They say the White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment about this particular finding. Let me tell you something. Kamala, keep on complaining. She keep on telling people things. Kamala, you know, I mean, you're not what they wanted, sis. You're not it. I mean, all the chucks and pearls and all of that and all the ski wee and everything else that you're doing, you know, with these women. The Democrat Party don't care about Kamala like that. They don't look at her as the future of the Democrat Party. Them folks don't like her. Let me tell you something. The ones who really don't like her behind the scenes, let me tell you who it is. White women. Let me explain to you why white women don't like her more than white men. White women felt that they were supposed to be the president or vice president first. And they don't look at Kamala as a East Indian woman. They look at her as a black woman. Okay? Remember I told you the exotic Negro. And they don't like her because she got above them. You understand what I'm saying? White women have been out here talking about feminism and getting in the same places as white men. And they feel like they do all this fighting. And then here come this black woman. Even though we say, man, Kamala ain't down with us like that. Don't even matter. You have this black woman to show up with a white Jewish man. And she waltzes in and she can take the oath. And she's celebrated and talking about chucks and pearls. Oh, trust me. Oh, no, listen, Hillary Clinton didn't even ascend to this yet. You know what I'm saying? It may not ever. So in the history books, a black woman in their mind got above them. They don't like that. Like, listen, if a woman really want to know her status, or a man want to know your status in America, when they view you as exotic Negro, just get above them. Do something that they feel that it should have been theirs first. They gonna call you all kind of N-words, right? With a hard R. They're not gonna like you. Don't matter if your mama is East Indian, Asian, you know what I'm saying, like a Japanese person or something like that. It don't matter if your mama is lily white. It don't matter what she is outside of black. Don't matter. Because what I told y'all, and I understand that. And unfortunately, some of our brothers and sisters that have parents that's not, one parent that's not black, if they're not raised with the proper upbringing, they'll be confused and they want to be other things that they're not. Yes, you are, East Indian, but this world going to view you as black. They're not going to view you as East Indian. It's the bottom line. And the white women just don't like her like that. You should see how white women really talk about her. Yes, the white men got something to say about her, but trust me, it's white women. White women have an issue with black women, period. Especially getting above them, making more money than them. But the interesting part is they don't have a problem with Asian women. Now some people may say, well, that's their kinfolk. You say Asian, Caucasian. maybe some people can make that argument, but yeah, they kind of cool with them, but no, not a black woman. Oh, hell no, not a black woman. Matter of fact, they wouldn't like a Hispanic woman getting over them, but it depends on what flavor Hispanic woman. Because now, what if she's Spaniard, and that's white folks, Spaniards, or is she a white looking? I mean, like really, really white looking. I mean, like really white. I mean, you can't tell the difference. Is she one of them from like Argentina or something? One of them people. The white looking ones. I mean, what they may be kind of okay a little bit with that, but yeah, they take a big issue with that. So, cause see, Melania, she was the first lady. They've been doing that, or whatever. But the presidency, vice presidency, oh hell no, no. So of course, Karen is at these media outlets, and Karen push on her man a lot of times to talk crap. She do that, Karen. Like I said, she has stirred up freaking mobs lying on black people. So Kamala, see, that's the thing, Kamala. See, Kamala, if you would surround yourself with your people, Kamala, if you would come to black people, come to black media, and I mean all black media, not boule media, not boule black media, I'm talking about all black media. Kamala, you can come over here and do an interview. I would be very respectful to you, but I'm going to ask you some questions because you're the vice president of the United States. I got to ask you a lot of questions about black people. I welcome any politician to come over here and interview with us. I won't disrespect you, but I'm going to ask you the pertinent questions. See, when y'all politicians don't come over and interview, then you are left without any kind of protection. When you don't make sure that you are good with black media, I'm talking about from the grassroots, even if you want to talk, I don't know, I would say definitely with the grassroots. You get with the grassroots media and you make sure that you build a proper relationship. So when you are being attacked by these entities, you're not left out here alone with nobody to fight back for you when you can't really say a whole lot. See, Kamala, it's you and all them other ones. Is why you stuck in this position where you going to the New York Times, going to the Washington Post, them people not your friend. Them people not your friend at all, Kamala. They are not your friend. The only people that'll be friends to you would be the black media, but y'all shun the black media. Y'all shun black media all the time. Y'all want to go to just talk to CNN and talk to MSNBC. That's all people y'all want to talk to. See, I can say this much about Trump. At least he go talk to the right-wing outlets that's mainstream, and he go talk to the ones that's online too. Trump was smart enough to do that, and that's why Trump became the president. But y'all still want to be on this. Let me only go talk to this one group and don't even go. The only time you want to talk to black people is what? Some NAACP event? What? Some Al Sharpton event? Man, black people don't even fool with them like that. That's the older crowd that fool with them. You need to come holler at the young people. So until y'all do that, that's when you're going to keep being in a position like this. If you have some real advisors, if you can't get a real advisor, see, Kamala, if I was your advisor, I would have told you, Kamala, you go tell Joe Biden, I'm the vice president. If something happened, I need to know what's going on in this meeting. What you mean? Well, just leave the room, Kamala. We got to talk about Build Back Better. Just leave the room. How does she not going to sit in that meeting? She's the vice president. She needs to know everything that's going on. If something happened to him, then she's the president. Now she's going to be just blind in the wind. But it shows you how they have no respect for her. And they don't respect her because she's a black woman, period. That's just all it is to it. But Kamala, it's going to get only worse for you. These people are going to literally destroy you politically, the route they're going. I'm telling you. But you should have surrounded yourself with the black media and you would have had some people fighting in your corner. So you kind of did that to yourself. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming by and listening to the podcast today. We greatly appreciate you coming by. If it's your first time, make sure you definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That way we could get up in the algorithm with YouTube the best way we can. And also we have our end of year fundraiser. We're having that fundraiser because we're raising funds for 2022. Make sure you go to the fundraiser, watch the video. I explain thoroughly what the plan is for this platform for 2022. And if this platform has blessed you any, make sure to leave, a dollar amount, that you feel that, hey, we want to support Black media. Remember, we don't have corporate sponsors. We don't have investors. We don't have all this capital coming our way. So we can only rise and fall based on the people. So, definitely visit that and read everything that we have going on there. And we'll greatly appreciate you donating to that cause. Now, thank you. Definitely listening to this podcast, and see you next time.